All right, good evening everyone. So let's do another video here and look at the other stocks that I've mentioned over the months and how they've done in this recent correction and what the charts say about all this. So before I begin, here's the disclaimer. I'm not providing any financial services. You can read the disclaimer yourself here. It's all the stuff presented here. It's not for any recommendation to buy or sell any stocks or options or any kind of instruments. It's all meant for educational purposes. And as you guys know, investing in the stock market is risky business. I'm not a broker dealer. I'm not an investment advisor. And I do not have any information about these companies that are publicly traded. I may or may not invest in these companies. So please do your own due diligence regarding all this stuff. So let's take a look at GrowGeneration. If you guys remember, I gave this one here at 18 bucks. It ran to 67. Beautiful looking chart, beautiful uptrend. This company, as you guys know, is in the hydroponics sector. So basically, you want to grow indoor vegetables, plants, herbs. Because marijuana is getting legalized in a lot of states, this stock is anticipating the growth. You guys know the story about this one here, right? If you want the website, you can go to growponics.com and you can see what the company does. Solid earnings. Management is very forward-looking. They've been acquiring other competitors in this space, so it looks good. What I wanted to show you here is in this recent market correction, you can see here the stock has really, held its ground here at the 50-day moving average, which is usually a good sign here, right? I mean, a lot of the other stocks have really not captured the 50-day moving average. Shows you that there's weakness in that stock, and if the market drops, they could drop much faster than, say, something like this. Now, nothing is guaranteed with these stocks. I mean, if a bad earnings come, they could drop 10, 20%. So, but I'm just talking all things being equal, how this thing has kind of relatively held up, right? Another stock I want to show you here is obviously the ONCT. I talked about it in the last video. Good chart, lots of strength, looking solid here. MicroStrategy, if you guys remember, I bought this one. This one owns 2 billion worth of Bitcoins. So whatever Bitcoin does, this thing is going to do. This thing is very wild when it moves. I mean, look at it, where it was. It was like 113, went to 1300. In a span of, 4 months, 5 months? So, it's probably going to do the same if the Bitcoin continues to head higher because, they have 2 billion worth of Bitcoin. So whatever Bitcoin does, this thing is going to do, right? So another one here I want to take a look at here is, this is also one of my picks. If you guys remember, I gave it at 11 and then it ran to 41, pulled back sharply, went back up here. Looking good here. This thing got oversold here, but it's kind of held its ground here, which is a good sign for the long term. There's the one I gave, if you remember, a long time ago, around 20 something. It ran to 102, pull back, beautiful uptrend here. Hanging. This is a really good looking chart here, right? So these guys are making inroads in a lot of new cell phone packages. The carriers, Verizon, Orange, and they've got some decent relationship with Samsung as well and LG. Let's go back and look at the there's a Bngo here. Bngo is like an iffy chart. The company has to prove itself with earnings and revenues. The technology is world class, but until they actually start selling the product, the next move is obviously the company has to prove itself that it can actually deliver on the sales. So I'm on the sidelines for now. I think I'm going to get back in once this thing crosses right here around 11.55. once it crosses 1155, it's a possibility that we could see new highs, right? Another one I wanted to show you, which looks really interesting, is one of my picks as well. This is Lithium here. Look at the stock here. I gave this thing a 20 something. Look at it, it ran to almost 88. Look at the chart. Really, really strong looking chart here, right? So something might be coming down the pipeline. Another stock, if you remember, I gave you, it was A-Mark Precious Metals. This is a wholesaler of gold, silver, and they've been on an acquisition spree right now. Stock just broke out on Friday, all-time high here. Good volume. It's a small company, only 278 million market cap. So it's a possibility that this thing can run fairly quickly, right? I think they might be initiating a dividend here from what I've read, out there. But as I said, all this stuff here, I'm just presenting for you guys to look at. Good investment opportunities. But like I said, investing is risky, so please do your own research regarding this stuff here. So yeah, that's it. It's just a few stocks I wanted to talk about. That could be potentially doubles and triples, right? All right, Jazakallah khair.